Well, this certainly was a surprise. I mean, I was expecting some silly clip show / Halloween special like we got last year, but instead, we got this. Man, I love this show. Nothing more for me to add, so let's get right into episode 15, All Hail Prince Vakar. The episode opens with Vakar whining about how the Armada has yet to get rid of the Rangers and conquer Earth before a ship with the Emperor's colors docks with them. Members of the Royal Guard board the main ship and meet Vakar in the hangar where they present him with the Armada Megazord, saying it is a gift to Vakar from his father. While that's going on, Gosei calls the Rangers to the command center and says that because of all their hard work, they have earned a well-deserved day off. Right, because that worked out so well last time. Jake asks Gosei if they can take the skyship out for a spin, and after some convincing, Gosei agrees to let them do so. Back in space, Vakar says he will pilot the Armada Megazord himself to exterminate the Rangers, but Damaris begs him to reconsider. Vakar yells at Damaris for doubting him and says this time he will get all the glory before heading to the hangar.
I'll prove you wrong, Father. That's a promise.
Damaris, you must make sure that no harm comes to my fool of a son Vakar on this mission. Understood?
Yes, sire.
He's an empty-headed blunderer. Nothing like his brother. Still, he's my firstborn and heir, but he needs your guidance. You must ensure that this invasion goes smoothly in spite of him.
Yes, I understand.
Argus breaks Vakar out of his flashback, and Vakar says Argus is the only one he can truly rely on, asking him to join the battle to end all battles. Cut to the Rangers having a picnic on the skyship while they watch over the city before they are blasted by some bruisers and X-Borgs led by Argus. The Rangers confront the threat and morph straight into Super Mega mode, Emma giving Noah her saber as the fight begins. Noah says he'll take on Argus while the other Rangers take on the X-Borgs and bruisers, and during the fight Noah is repeatedly knocked down. As more X-Borgs arrive to fight the Rangers outside, Troy says they need to take them out quickly so they can help Noah, at which point the Rangers blast them all with the Super Mega Cannon. Before they can help Noah, however, the Royal Guard suddenly attack and blast the Rangers with their finisher. Orion says to leave this to him before channeling the magical source of the Wolf Warrior and using a Night Power Strike to take down the Royal Guards. Back with Noah, Argus sets up his finisher to end the fight, but Noah counters with a move of his own, resulting in an explosion that blasts the two back. At that point, the other Rangers arrive, and Noah says he wants to finish this himself, but Vakar appears, saying his plan to tire out the Rangers' work before asking the Rangers to surrender. The Rangers say that surrender isn't in their vocabulary, so Vakar orders Levira to deploy the Armada Megazord. The Rangers form the legendary Megazord in the Not Q-Rex to take on Vakar's new toy, sending the Turbo Falcon at him. However, the Armada Megazord easily dodges the blast from the Turbo Falcon, so the Rangers combine together to form the legendary Not Q-Rex Megazord. But even that doesn't seem to be enough, as the Armada Megazord continues to strike them down. The Rangers question what to do next before Vakar blasts them with the Megazord's finisher. Noah says their Megazord can't take much more, so Troy tells the others to eject while he finishes this alone. Jake says they can't abandon him, but Troy says the Earth still needs Rangers to defend it before ejecting the others himself. The Rangers demorph and land in separate locations, looking on as the Armada Megazord forces the legendary Megazord back to skyship mode, causing it to crash. Thinking he has killed Troy, Vakar goes back to his ship, where Damaris tries to congratulate him on his victory, but Vakar ignores Damaris and orders him to send Argus to hunt down and finish the other Rangers. Noah tries to find where the skyship crashed to see if Troy is okay, but he is stopped by Argus. Noah tells Argus to move, but Argus says the only way to get past him is to fight, so Noah morphs straight into Super Mega mode to take on the robot. However, in his weakened state, Noah doesn't put up much of a fight as Argus repeatedly strikes him down. Meanwhile, Jake, Emma, and Gia are able to find Orion as they hide from X-Borgs who are looking for them, and Jake says they need to find Noah and Troy. Speaking of Noah,
Pathetic.
My friend risked himself to protect our world. There's no way I'll let his sacrifice be in vain. I will stop you.
Solar Slash, energize! Give up now?
I'll never give up. My friends need me, and I'll use up every ounce of my Ranger power to stop you, if it's the last thing I do.
Solar Slash, energize! This can't be! Solar Slash, energize!
Vakar becomes distraught over Argus's defeat and orders an X-Borg to fire up the Armada Megazord, saying he will defeat the Rangers on his own despite Damaris's pleas. The other spy, Noah, who asks if they have found Troy, and they say they haven't before they are confronted by bruisers and X-Borgs. Before the enemies can attack them, however, Troy arrives in the skyship and blasts them, making quite an entrance by swinging off the skyship and kicking the bruisers. The others express their joy and shock that Troy is okay before the Royal Guards arrive and blast the team, who morph into Super Mega mode. The Rangers immediately blast the Royal Guards with the Super Mega Cannon, and Orion finishes them off with his gold form, at which point Vakar arrives in the Armada Megazord. The Rangers form the legendary Megazord and the Not Q-Rex and decide to blitz Vakar with as many attacks as possible before the Armada Megazord has a chance to counter. However, the Armada Megazord is able to block any attack the Rangers throw at it, but the Rangers make a speech about how they will never give up, so Gosei grants them the power to combine with the Not Q-Rex and the Turbo Falcon to form the ultimate legendary Megazord, which is powerful enough to destroy the Armada Megazord, taking out Vakar in the process. After the fight, the team celebrates their victory over Vakar, and Gia asks Troy if he thinks it's really over, but he says despite the fact that the Rangers took out two major threats, the Armada is full of surprises. Jake says that no matter what, this is a special moment, adding that now the aliens have no leader and that the Rangers have won. Later that night, Damaris finds Vakar's body amongst the wreckage of the Armada Megazord and apologizes for failing to protect him, blaming himself for letting Vakar fight alone, and the episode ends with Damaris looking up at the skyship and swearing vengeance on the Rangers. This episode not only surpasses any expectations I could have had for it, but is ultimately my favorite episode of the season so far. Not since Endgame have we had an episode that is this intense and gloriously epic. First off, I love the flashback scene that Vakar has of the Emperor because it explains the motivations of both Vakar and Vrak as characters. Vakar says early on that Vrak was his father's favorite, which is shown in the flashback, so his whole motivation throughout the episode is about earning his father's respect and showing him that he deserves to rule over Earth. Whereas Vrak's motivation is very clearly based on this line from Endgame.
I will start the robotic invasion now and prove to my royal family that I deserve to rule this planet.
He wants to show his father that even though he is an heir to the throne, he is still more qualified than Vakar to rule over Earth. So in essence, we have two characters who are brothers, Vakar who resents Vrak for getting their father's affection, and Vrak who resents Vakar for his position in the hierarchy. And because this interesting dynamic is now presented to the audience, it is a real shame we will never get to see these characters share a scene together. Thematically, the episode is very good at showing how different the Rangers are from Vakar by playing with the idea of when it is a good time to do things on your own, and when it is good to work as a team. Vakar fights the Rangers alone solely because of the glory he will gain from defeating the Rangers, and also because once Argus is defeated, he doesn't trust anyone else to get the job done. While the Rangers, on the other hand, do things on their own when it is the only option. When Troy decides to eject the other Rangers out of the Megazord so he can fight Vakar alone, he does it for completely selfless reasons that fit with his character. He's looking at the situation from a strategic point of view. I mean, from where he's standing, it's likely the Megazord will be destroyed, so he would rather he go down with the ship while the other Rangers live to fight another day than they all die, leaving the Earth defenseless against the Armada. And then there's Noah, who fights Argus by himself because in both instances the other Rangers weren't there to be his backup. And I know he has that line about wanting to finish Argus himself, but I think that fits with his character and that he is once again thinking logically about the situation. After all, we've seen that he has trained himself to be very skilled with a saber, plus he has actually fought Argus before, so he is probably the best candidate to go toe-to-toe with the guy. This metaphor is clearly demonstrated at the end of the episode, with the Rangers working together in the ultimate legendary Megazord to defeat Vakar, who is alone in the Armada Megazord. As a side note, while the new Megazord is a little too bulky for my taste and has car flames on it, since the fight it has is so good, I can't think of the thing as anything other than awesome. Overall, this episode has everything I could want from a Power Rangers episode, and I cannot recommend it highly enough. The characters are great, the dialogue is great, the action sequences are nothing short of spectacular, and that bit at the end with Damaris really makes me excited for what will happen next. I'm Nick, aka IronBat1993, and may the power protect you.